Good morning. Everything's good. Sorry. My board wouldn't go over, but that's because the printer's there, so it's not going to go. No worries though, right? Okay, today's lesson for math. If you haven't grabbed your journals to write in it, please do so now. Push pause, come back. Whoo, yay, you're back. Nice job, guys. Okay, today we are multiplying decimal numbers by either 10, 100, or 1,000. Exciting times for us today. Okay, so the rule is when we have a decimal number, like for instance, 34. It's not quite a decimal number, but we know the decimal is right after the whole number. And that is a great looking 4, guys. Nice. Okay, so the number of places we're going to shift the decimal point is the same as the number of zeros we see in a 10, 100, or 1,000. I see 1 0 here, 2 zeros here, and 3 zeros there. So that's what we're going to work with. So our first problem is we're going to take 34 and times it by 10. And you see that 1 0. So we are going to shift our decimal point 1 space because that 10 does hold a space for us, right? So we would shift it 1 space to here so that we would have 340 as our answer. So let's try some more of these. What happens if the decimal point was up here in front of the decimal so that we have 34 hundredths? And let's multiply it by 10 again. Okay, so we're going to shift it 1 spot because there's 1 0 there. So we're going to make it shift that way. So our new answer would be 3 4/10. This is a different shift than the shift you're used to. You're used to multiplying 2-digit numbers. And let's see if I can do this super quick and get 144. But then we count 1, that equals 2. So we'd move it 2 spaces and get 1.44 or 44 hundredths. This is a different shift. Each 0 means you go to the right. Okay, so I see we only have 1 practice problem today. This is a quick lesson. Let me get my camera down to the bottom. And we have 1 234 thousandths times 100. And Katie's thinking about coming up here. Ooh, I said her name now. She stopped. And I'm giving the cat a bad time. Got it, right? Okay, how many zeros do you see? We see 2, right? Oh, that just means to make a face, huh? Okay. So, say hi to Katie. Here she comes. Good morning, Katie. Of course she would show up and stand right in the spot. Okay, so we're going to shift. Oh, she's going to get my coffee. Look where I went this morning. Life is good. All good. Okay, so we're going to shift 2 spaces. 1, 2, because this changes the whole place value. So now we have 123 and 4/10. That's the lesson today, and that's the practice for today. Or no, that's our last example. We can practice more. Does that sound good? I will get a new piece of paper. Why is it Kitty knows exactly where I'm working in the book and chooses to lay right there? She's covering our problems. Is she trying to give you guys a free day of not doing practice? She's helping you maybe, huh? She's on your side. We'll just practice a couple. We'll practice a 10, 100, and 1,000. So first, let's go to D. D is 345 thousandths times 10. I see 1 0. How many? You don't see any. Okay. How many zeros do you see? Yep, I see 1 also. So how many places are we going to move it? Move the decimal. That was an object pronoun, by the way, huh? Little language in there. Okay, so we're moving it 1 space, right? So we'll move it this way. And we get 3 45 hundredths. Did you get that too? I hope so. Okay, let's look at E. Kitty's sitting right on it. It's the same number, 0 345 thousandths, but this time we're multiplying it by 1,000. No, that would be 100. Yeah. Okay. how many places, how many zeros, so we can move them. Okay, I see 2. Ooh, that one's a really good eye. Okay, so now that we've had fun with 100, let's move it. So we have 345 thousandths. We're moving it how many places again? 2. Excellent job. So now we have 34 and 5/10. And I can't see the book anymore, so I'm assuming we're taking that F is 0 and 345 thousandths. And I'm thinking it must be times 1,000 today. Not moving Katie. She's way too comfy right now. Okay. How many zeros do you see? 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to move our decimal. 3, 1, 2, 3. Our answer is 345. Did you get that too? I hope so. Okay, so your assignment is to do 1 through 25 like usual, except Thursday's assignment was different, so I couldn't have said that then, huh? Anyways, if you have questions, write them down. It's okay if you don't understand it or don't get it. Don't spend all day on it. Just write down that you need that one done, and when we get to Zoom, we can answer it then. So that would be a good strategy to use if you're having to spend a lot of time on one particular question. Just save it for later, and we'll talk about it. Sound good? Hope so. Well, I am off to read all my JoJo's and get some grades in, and it's 10:30. So I'll see you guys in a couple hours, okay? Have a beautiful morning. Take your break outside, and I'll see you after lunch. Bye.